everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be top 10 items for beginner witches. This is a personal list I put together, 10 items that you can have if you're a beginner witch, but you do not need items to practice witchcraft or magic. I'm going to say that right away. All you need to practice witchcraft or magic is yourself, your energy, your intent, because you are the conductor of your own magic. But these top 10 items are great for beginner witches because they're easy to find and they're inexpensive. These items just help enhance your craft and make it a little bit easier and bring different properties to your craft work. So let's just jump right into my top 10 list. So the very first item on my list of 10 is white candles. So that can be chime candles like these ones here. You can get off Amazon for really cheap. Votive candles you can find at Walmart for also really cheap. They're all fast burning and they all have about the same burn time, which is around an hour or 2 hours. And there's also big jar or pillar candles like these ones. You can get pillars at Walmart. This is a jar candle and it's from the dollar store. So all these candles are really great to enhance your spell work and do candle magic. These candles are all-purpose, universal, and they're extremely cheap. You can pretty much get them anywhere. Walmart, the dollar store, the thrift store. Pretty much any store carries your basic burning candle. And you can also find chime candles, voltives, tea lights, all that in colored versions online like Amazon. The only time these candles aren't very good is if you are a more experienced witch and you are doing candle wax readings, because these don't produce much wax once they're burned down. So the next item on my list is a clear quartz crystal. So this is a master healer and all-purpose crystal. It helps to magnify and amplify other crystals and energies in the room. It has a higher vibration than many other crystals, but it's also very protective against negative energies. It's basically your all-purpose crystal, so you can use it in pretty much any of your spell workings. All you have to do is cleanse it and pray over it and bless over it, and it will do pretty much what you want it to. So that's just a clear quartz right here. Crystals are becoming a lot more popular in today's stores, so you can check out stores like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all that. I think Bed Bath & Beyond has them too, but I would recommend buying them from a witch shop, a local witch shop, online from a trusted seller. So a lot of Etsy shops have some nice crystals, but there's also just a lot of witch shops you can find on Instagram and through Instagram. The third item on my list is incense sticks and a holder. So these are extremely cheap. You can find a basic incense holder like this one for like 50 cents to $1. And incense sticks are also extremely cheap. Some witch shops have them for 10 cents each, but you can just also buy in a box of them for around $2 to $4. Some of the scents I would recommend buying would be Nag Champa, which is a really popular one, but also sandalwood is a very protecting and cleansing incense, as well as sage or any white sage scent. Incense helps to cleanse and clear your area. It helps you focus, connect, and ground when you're doing spell work. It's a great offering and treat for spirits if you're doing spirit work. It helps you to connect spiritually as well as put your spell work or your intent or your manifestation into the universe with the smoke and the element of air. So yeah, any incense sticks, a little holder. You can also get different fancier fun holders. Or you can go with cones as well, but cones run more expensive and you only get 10. But any type of incense works great. So the next item I recommend is sea salt. And I buy my sea salt actually in bulk from the bulk barn if you're in Canada. I don't know an equivalent to if you're in the States. If anybody does, leave a comment below. But you can get any type of sea salt, dead sea salt, coarse sea salt, fine sea salt from the bulk barn, and this costs like $1 or $2 depending on how much you get. Sea salt is highly protective. It's used around the house in washes and spell work, pretty much in anything you make. It's your all-in-one protection, cleansing, purifying, clearing, banishing item in witchcraft. The next item I recommend is just a notebook and pen. You can get fancy with it. You can get a $1 notebook like this one, or you can start a fancier journal like a moleskin journal, or just a fancy kind of mixed media book. But what this basically is for is to record any witchy information, start making your grimoire, start making your book of shadows, and recording any and all information you learn for witchcraft. So this can be your beginner pages like the Wheel of the Year, or it could be herbal properties, crystal properties, spell work recordings that you've done, dream, right, like dream interpretations and things that you remember. But yeah, you can get these at any dollar store, pretty much any store, and a pen you probably have at home. So the next item is not necessary, but I know a lot of people like to have it as a witch, depending on what your path is, what religion you follow, but it's basically just a statue or an item of worship. So this could be either like a pentagram right here, just your pentagram that you keep on your altar. It could be a goddess or god candle. So just basically a big pillar candle that you don't light, but you can carve and inscribe into it. It could be a photo or a drawing or an oracle card like I have of this one, of a god or a goddess or whatever you worship. For like Christians, it could be just a statue of Jesus, or just a statue in general. So this is a statue of Bast. So any type of statue or item that is for your worship. Like I said, this isn't necessary, but it gives you a spot to pray and bless and give thanks to when you're doing spell work, instead of just not thanking anything. If you're not really into gods and goddesses and deities, you can also just worship nature, because that's basically what witchcraft is revolved around. The universe, the energies, and nature. So the next item I recommend is rosemary. It can be dried or fresh rosemary, but if you do get fresh from the grocery store, I recommend drying it. This herb is like clear quartz. It's great for all around pretty much anything. It's cleansing and clearing and purifying and banishing and healing and protective. And it's good for success and good luck and blessings. So I recommend having rosemary in your witchy cabinet. Like I said, if you can get this pretty much anywhere. Any grocery store sells it pretty much fresh, but you can find the dried version also in the spice section. And the next item I recommend is black tourmaline. So this crystal also is very, very protective against negative energies, psychic, vampires. It's a very, very good protection stone and grounding stone, especially if you are very sensitive or if you're an empath. It also brings properties like good luck, happiness, joy, but its main property, like I said, is protection and grounding. The second last item on my list of 10 is ground cinnamon. So this is another herb or spice. So this one is really, really good for pretty much any spell work, just like rosemary. But this one is more for lust, love, friendship, good luck, success, happiness, healing, and protection. It's a very popular it's a very popular spice and herb in hoodoo magic, but you can also get it very, very cheap at the grocery store, the bulk store, like I got the salt from. But this one's just actually from Costco, but you can buy it in bulk, you can buy it at the grocery store. It's just a really, really great herb to have on hand. And the last item I recommend on my witchy top 10 would be moon water. So this is something that basically doesn't cost anything because you can make it yourself. All you need is a glass jar. You can get a pack of 12 of these types of jars at Walmart for around $10. And moon water is a great inexpensive way to anoint your candles before spell work, to cleanse your ritual tools and items, to cleanse your crystals, to use on your body or in your ritual baths. It's kind of like an equivalent to a conjure oil, except it's free. Now don't get me wrong, conjure oils are very, very strong. Conjure oils are basically just an oil that has been blessed and infused with different herbs and crystals and roots and properties and essential oils, but those can get very expensive. So I recommend just making your own moon water and using it on your altar for all that type of stuff first, instead of going and purchasing these expensive oils. So like I said, for spell work, you can dip your candles in it, you can anoint your candles with it, any type of ritual items, your crystals. You can also give it as an offering. Alright everyone, so that was my top 10 items I recommend for beginner witches. Like I said, if you're just starting today, don't go out and buy all these items. Chances are you already have some in your house, but like I said, you don't need any of it for spell magic. All you need is yourself and your energy. But these really help to amplify and improve your magic and the quality of your magic. And I know there's going to be tons of comments saying like, you forgot this, you forgot that. It's not that I didn't forget anything, it's that I wanted to keep it very inexpensive, easy to find, I'm going to have the list below of everything and hopefully like a purchase link. That's the best way to get these items. In the future, I'm going to do more advanced, like my top 10 crystals I recommend, my top 10 herbs, items like that. But for now, if you are a beginner witch, I recommend getting these top 10 items because they are really great to have and they're very universal. I know a lot of people will say white sage is also a key essential item in your witchy cabinet. I didn't include it in this list because I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but there's a lot of speculation and talk about white sage being endangered and that it's being overharvested. A lot of places in China produce bad quality white sage. I get all mine from the reservation, so I know it's a pretty good place to get it. But yeah, I didn't include it for that reason because I didn't want to stir anything up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos soon. And yeah, you can tell me below what your top 10 items that you would recommend for a beginner witch. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Blessed be, witches.